Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Sarabi. I'm a silver consultant here. And today we are going to be talking about how to use the Meta Business Suite tool for your marketing purposes. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm already sharing. Okay, perfect. So first, oh, I see a chat box. Hello. Hi. So going through when you sign up and do your Facebook business page, you automatically get the Meta Business Suite. Now, if you have an Instagram business page, you will have to link that together in order to post on both of them simultaneously. But once you set up the Facebook business page, it's an automatic tool that allows you to use it. Now, with Facebook, you can interact as both yourself and as your business. So this is what it's going to look like if you're on your personal page. On the side is going to show up at the bottom here. And then if you switch over to your business, it's still going to show up at the bottom, but there's going to be more tools available to you here at the bottom or on the side here. So, if you want to go to your ad center, insights, professional dashboard, is going to have all of that information available to you versus just on your personal page. Now, I will say we do get a lot of questions on how you can actually invite people to your business page. So I'm going to go show you how to do that real fast before we get into the whole suite here. Let me go back onto my business. Now, this little circle at the top here is going to tell you what you're interacting as. So that's going to be myself. I see my picture here. Then you go to this little 3-dot button, click on that, and then you're going to invite your friends from there. That function is not going to be available to you if you're interacting as your business, because you're not inviting your business friends, you're inviting your personal friends to your business page. So that's why you will have to do it that way. It's going to show you how many people you haven't invited yet, if you've selected anybody, and then the total amount of people that you've invited so far that haven't liked or, followed your page just yet. So you can hit select all and then invites, and that's going to directly invite them to your business page and how you can get more followers and likes that way. So I'm going to go down to the Meta Business Suite here. Now, when you click on it, it's going to give you a nice little home screen where you can directly manage just your Facebook page. You can directly manage your Instagram page, and it's going to give you some quick insights as well. So scrolling down, if you want to make a to-do list for yourself, you can. It's not necessary. Normally, when I do make a to-do list, is something on the lines where I'm trying to track my followers and likes for both pages. But it says I'm up to date on this, so it's not going to give me the option here. Let me try something, because normally it should give you something. Let me see if it's going to switch it over. Nope, same thing. Okay, cool. Either way, you're able to make a little to-do list for yourself. Then it's going to give you some quick little marketing content, like how you can manage all of your things. If you want to promote your page, you can do that as well. Just keep in mind, anytime something says boost or promote when it comes to Facebook or Instagram, you're going to have to pay for that. So if that's something that's available to you, you absolutely can. You can set your own budget, and then it'll give you your reach based off of that budget, but it's not always guaranteed, even if you do pay. Then you have your quick little snapshot of everything that's on your page right now. If you want to do a quick plan, you can do it from here. View all of the posts that you have on your sites right now will be here, and then your stories as well. And then on the bottom here, so this says recent ads. This was back from July, because I actually did boost my posts, and look at the numbers. $20 for 290 people. I can do that with sharing to 5 groups and get 290 people. So this is a nice way to kind of show you what it's like. It's not expensive, but you can get by just sharing into the groups without having to boost or pay for your posts. $17 per engagement, or 17 cents per engagement, and this is all I got, like that's not good at all. So keep that in mind. Now, if you do have an ad that's doing well already and you want it to do better and boost it, then that's an option for you as well. But like I said, I like to do the free way now. I just strictly post into groups, and I do fine just that way. And then, you know, you can create a post here, or you can see what's new in the actual Meta Business Suite, because they're always doing updates and things like that. So you can go here and directly see what's going on. Now, notifications is going to give you a quick snapshot of everything going on your pages. High priority always categorizes it for you. So if people are commenting on your stuff, that's a high priority. You want to be commenting back, because that boosts your algorithms on your business page, and it shows that you're being responsive and, you know, interacting with people that follow you. Then on the bottom, it has other notifications as well. If you get likes, or if someone else comments or shares your post, it's going to have all that information for you. Now, inbox. This one you want to make sure you're staying on top of, because when people are commenting, it gives you a timer and it tracks how responsive you are when people are actually commenting or sending you messages. And I know this because I had to learn the hard way, where people were messaging me and it was people who were being creepy and weird, and I wasn't responding to it. So, you know, it was telling Facebook that, hey, I'm not responding to my people, and it gave me a low percentage. So to avoid that, you want to set up your automations for both your Facebook and your Instagram. This little button here is called automated automations. And basically what it does is anytime you get a message, it's going to automatically send a message back that's already pre-written. So that way it keeps your percentages up and your responses, your responsiveness is up. If that's not, is that a word? Responsiveness is maybe. So automations here, you'll create one. You can either start from scratch, or you can choose which kind of automation you want. If you want to greet somebody, share information, what have you. I use the instant reply. It's going to say create for you if you don't already have this set up. Mine, it says edit, because I already have them up here. You click, make sure you click both of them, because I didn't know this as well. I only had one. Make sure there's two of them on there for Messenger and Instagram. And then it automatically generates a message for you. This one, I didn't have to come up with this. It was already there. So I keep it. I liked it. It's nice. But if you want to have a custom message, this is where you'll edit that. And then you'll go to create and it'll set that for you. So now anytime somebody messages me, if you saw on here, not that one, because I messaged her first. Let me pick one where someone messaged me. Okay, there. And this person, like, we already had like our conversation, like we didn't qualify, and they kept responding and responding and responding, and it kept sending them this message out to them. So anytime they responded, it's going to send this out, and then it's going to keep your responsiveness up. Now, if you want to see what your insights are for messaging, you can directly go onto the graphs and you can see where your percentages are, where you can increase from, and kind of gauge how often you should check your messages, because sometimes people will message you and it won't send you a notification, or if it sends you one, then you won't like see it right away, like if it's sending like an email or something like that. So this is my current responsive rate, which is actually better than it was when I last checked, because it was at 66% before. So 70%, that's good. Response time, 2 hours and 51 minutes, which is better than it was before. But I know I'm never going to be at 100% because I left so many people on red early on. It's just going to slowly go up. It'll be the closest to 99%, but it won't be 100 ever. So keep in mind that you want to be checking that. Now, if you're someone who's on the go or you work a lot, don't fret. They actually have a mobile version of the Meta Business Suite that's totally free to download, and you can check that stuff on your phone as well. Now, it also has a content page for you. where you can really go in and dive deep into what you're posting and see what your engagements, your reach, all of the reactions that you're having on each of your posts. It breaks it down into different categories. And then if you have collections like your photos and things like that, is going to be found here. But if you post, I do reels as well. So it says post and reels, but it won't show that option for you if you're not posting reels on your business page. Now, what 2 words that you want to be mindful of when you're looking at this? Reach pertains to how many eyes are on your page at a given time. Impressions pertains to how many times a post has been clicked on. So if something, it says, I always give the example, say Sally had looked at one of my videos, right? She clicked on it and then she watched it 5 times or clicked on it 5 times. My impressions are going to say 5, which is a higher number, but my reach is actually 1 because Sally actually clicked on that 5 times. So be mindful of those 2. Just because you may have like high numbers of impressions, you want to also get the reach up as well, because that means more people are actually seeing your content. And when you go through, it gives you an idea of how many people it reached and then the engagements. So I'm going to click on something. I'll click on this one. And it gives you a different idea too. It has the Instagram on there and the Facebook. So all of it is going to be together. Now, if I click on it, it gives me all the insights. Here's an overview of what happened. If I want to see the performance, this is the numbers, the engagements, any negative interactions, if there are any. And then feed preview, you can see what it looks like on the actual platform and click on it and see that. And that goes for both Facebook, Instagram as well. Anything you post is going to have all that information on there. Now, if you have anything scheduled, you can definitely go in here and see, like, I know sometimes typos are very, it's easy to make typos when you're scheduling posts ahead of time. So you can go in, edit your posts, reschedule it if you want something to come out sooner. If you want to move it to drafts, you're like, maybe not, I'll wait to see if I can post that. And then you can always move it to your drafts. Now, when you're scheduling things, also keep in mind, you can schedule things up to 70 days in advance. So, you know, be mindful of what time you're scheduling things, because normally if it's outside of that time, it'll automatically move it to drafts. Now, when it says expiring or expired, that pretty much pertains to like your stories. So I don't have any stories that are going to be expiring soon, or I'm not going to have any. Let me see, select different range to see these insights. Yeah, and I don't have any expired things as well. So if that applies to you, that's where you'll find those there. Now, this is going to be your stories. It's going to tell you what's active right now on your story. If someone clicks on my page, the viewers that have seen it. So it'll show the pictures. It tells you, like, you know, who's on there. And then if you have some scheduled as well, it's going to be listed here. I don't currently yet, but that's on the agenda for today. And it's really nice because sometimes the viewers are going to be people that aren't necessarily following you. So if they are, it's going to tell you if it's like a non-follower or a regular follower. It's going to give you those insights on that. Let me see. No, it's not going to let me do it on here. But previously, before the update, you were able to see on here who the non-followers were and the followers. And if they were a non-follower, you were able to invite them directly through here. But like I said, Meta Business Suite is ever adapting, and sometimes the features that they change kind of suck. So just keep that in mind. That was something that was very useful, and now it's gone. So yeah, but you can directly, if it's on like a Facebook, this one is on Instagram, but if it's on Facebook and like you can get their name somehow, you can search them up and then invite them that way. Now, feed and grid refer to what your actual pages look like at a given moment. So right now, if I go on my Facebook page, this is what is going to be on there. The first thing is a branch up post, which normally it is. And then Instagram is like my past reel that I posted. Grid is just going to give you a overall idea of everything that you posted on there. And then if you have any mentions and tags, so if someone tags Serenity Vacations or at Sarabi Travels or something, it's going to show up here. Ignore my old party day pictures. We're going to skip the planner right now because I do really want to get into these insights, because this is something that you want to be checking on your page weekly. So this is going to be my past week as an overview. It gives you your activity, so how many posts I made, how many stories I had, and then same thing on Instagram. You can set goals for your pages. My goal is always to increase my reach. Like as many eyes on my page, the better, right? So that's always going to be one of my goals. And I actually completed one of them this week. So, you know, I got higher than I wanted to on my Facebook page. My Facebook page reach, I reached it plus some. And Instagram, I'm still working, but, you know, I'm almost there. And then my results for my reach, it gives you how many people you got for that week. Same thing for Instagram. Now you're going to go to view all insights, and it's going to have a breakdown of everything for you. So results, audience, if you have any feedback, or if you compare your businesses to others, that's what benchmarking is. A breakdown of your content, your messaging. Again, that's an overview of your percentages and your response rate. And then if you do videos, there's going to be things here for you as well. So going on to goals. If you want to set a new goal, you can. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to delete all my progress and I'm going to have to start over. But you can directly hit a new goal, and it gives you two. If you want to increase your followers, it sets a goal for you, or if you want to increase your reach. Now, you can also view your progress if you already have one. They do it for a 28-day span. And what they do is give you an idea of what the goal is, and then the blue is going to be what your current value is. So as you can see, once I started posting like videos and reels, you can see visibly my reach has went higher. And that's honestly all I did was start posting reels on my business page and on my like Instagram page. So that was really cool to see that. And, you know, I reached my goal. So I got at least 3.3K people to see on my page. And that's just from, November that I started this? November 28th, I think. I forgot. It was either November 28th to now. That is what my current number of eyes that went to my page. Now for Instagram, same kind of deal. I have 786 so far, but you know, I'm still above that regular goal line, and that's all because I started posting reels and things like that. So go in here, set a goal for your page and try to reach it, right? So, you know, try different things, see what's going to work for you. These little tabs here on the content page is going to tell you what content actually works for your page. So start doing those and you're going to see the numbers go up for you. Now, if you want to also get a breakdown of your reach, it has a graph here for you. You can obviously see the times that I actually posted things because there's a spike, and then, you know, it gradually goes up and it goes down and it goes up. So you can see when I'm actually being vigilant on my page and when I'm not, and when I'm sharing things. So that's a nice little graph for you. It's not hypothetical, it's facts. Like these are straight numbers that are actually going and basing off your page. Same thing for Instagram. And all of these are exportable. So if you like to print things off, or if you like to save them and each quarter so you can see your progress, you can directly do that and save the PDF or PNG or something like that. Same thing for page and profile visits, right? So the more consistent I am, then the more I get, you know, with my page and profile visits. I have a lot of spiky action going on. So that is my goal for 2023, to get it more of a linear type of scale versus the spikiness. And that comes with consistency. So, you know, that's what I need to work on just based off of seeing this graph. But it's a lot better than what it used to be, because it just used to be like this, like a whole little zigzag every single day. Same thing with my Instagram page. And then you can track how many new likes and new follows you have as well. This is where you'll see if you boost any posts, the ad trends. Again, I don't pay for ad trends anymore. I did the 2 and that was it for me. So mine is 0, but if that's something that you do, you'll find that information here. Now, another tab that you really want to familiarize yourself with is this audience tab. This is going to tell you, one, who all is on the Facebook and Instagram at a given time, and it's going to tell you who you're actually marketing to currently at a given time. So going to the potential audience, again, exportable, you can print this off, save it, however you want to do it. But this is the audience size of both Facebook and Instagram right now. This is the range. This is the demographics. So, you know, you got more women, men, and then you have the different age brackets. And then this is where you're going to find the top 10 cities that are on social media right now. So you have New York, takes it by the cake, like that's the highest number. Then you have Houston, Chicago, San Antonio, Philadelphia, all that stuff on here. Now, if you're wondering, how does this pertain to me? Well, where you have to join 5 Facebook groups every day, right? So why not join those Facebook groups that are in these top cities? So that way you can increase your reach and increase your, you know, reach to your page, right? So anytime you're posting into these, then that's another person that can really be directed to your page. So you want to join in as many of these as possible. And you want to also highlight the surrounding cities around them as possible as well. Now, if you want to be known as a local agent, that's perfectly fine. But I will say you are leaving money on the table and potential on the table, because you can see the numbers. These are the top 10. They're the top 10 cities for a reason. So you want to get as many people as you can. And then it has the countries and top pages as well down here. Now, when you're looking at this potential audience, you want to model your current audience to the potential as much as you can. So this is how many people I have, how many followers I have on my Facebook, how many I have on my Instagram, and then the demographics on both of my page. So obviously the highest one is the people that are in my actual age bracket, right? I have a lot of, like, you know, friends and cousins around my age, so that makes sense. And then I have some in, you know, some of the other age brackets. Not so much the older ones here, and the same thing, Instagram, not so much the older ones here as well. So, you know, I have work to do to kind of market to these age groups, but I'm also keeping in mind that those age groups are probably not on social media. I mean, it says here, yes, but the active user typically isn't going to be like on Instagram. Now, it says it is, so I'm still going to try to market for them. But, you know, the chances are that a lot of people are using different things now. And if if somebody that's like 70 or 77 is on like TikTok or Instagram, that's really cool. But again, I'm keeping that in mind when I'm doing my numbers as well. But definitely, like, the younger generation, I can start doing content, which is why I'm doing reels more. And I don't know if you guys were on my last meta training, but this number was really low and it's actually starting to get a little bit higher, which is kind of exciting. Same thing with Instagram. Like, it was looking like this before on my Instagram, but because I'm doing videos now, which the younger, I keep saying younger people and I feel old. I'm not that old, but the younger generation, that's the day and age we're in. So I'm slowly but surely getting those follow counts based off of the content that I'm making, which is really nice. And then you can actually break down to see what cities are your top cities that you can figure out how you can get some of those top 10 on there. So of course I have Columbus, Ohio. That's where I live right now. San Diego is where I'm from. So that makes sense, you know, family, friends. My husband's from Augusta and my dad is from Wilmington. So I have family there. So right off the gate, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 are strictly from family, and friends. And then from down here and below, that's pretty much going to be everyone that I'm marketing to. So Indianapolis, that's actually one of the top 10 cities on the potential audience list. That's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's number 9. So nice. I'll take it, right? Gahanna, that's here in Ohio. New York is on there. So, you know, joining a lot of those groups. Marion and Whitehall, these are both, you know, in Ohio. So these are like my surrounding cities, but New York and Indianapolis are both on the map, which is nice. Those are 2 of the 10 top cities. So that tells me what I'm doing and sharing into those groups is working, because these are actually people that are actively following and liking my page. So that's what these numbers come from. And then for Instagram, I still have work to do. Let's just say that I have work to do on Instagram. And then it'll tell you the top countries as well. And I'm excited to see Australia on here because I also build in Australia. So, you know, I'm getting some of that on there, which is nice. Feedback pertains to any feedback from your clients. If they like give you ratings and things like that. Obviously, I don't have any ratings on here just yet. And then benchmarking is if you want to compare your business to other businesses that are like it, it'll give you nice little percentile or what's being published on your comparisons on what's like being published on your content basis compared to other businesses. I'm sorry, words are hard today, guys. Follower account, content, interactions, all of that stuff on there. Now, content here is really where you're going to go in and have a nice little breakdown of what's working for you and what's not. So right now, my last 90 days was less than, you know, my prior 90 days. So from June to September, I was really doing good and kind of mixing up my postings. So I was doing a little bit of everything back then, with the exception of videos. I was, you know, doing flyers, I was doing text, I was doing, you know, those pictures and stuff. So I had a lot of reach from that. Now this one, I was sticking to one kind of way, which is why I'm guessing my reach is a lot lower than it was back at that time. So, you know, I'm still revamping how I'm posting, what I'm posting as well. And then images. Right now, images is really good for me. So that's what I'm going to be doing more of. So some of those like hotel pictures with Vax, or if you get like some really cool marketing pictures on whatever vendor you're using, you can share those. Not necessarily flyers per se, but more of like actual pictures. Videos, so this is based off of 20, which is still a close second. This is based off of 163. This is 20 and it's still close. These typically interchange depending on the week and depending on what I post. And then links, so that pertains to anything that I just have regular links on. That's probably more of my sports travel stuff, because that's where I mostly post my links at. Then it's also going to give you the most reach based off of your content. So Reels by far is going to be one of my higher things. And this is only based off of 6 posts, which I'm guessing was from this past week. And then album posts. So sometimes I post my certifications and things like that on there. And then you can go and see what it is, your numbers based off of your engagement as well. Same kind of deal. It gives you a number. I don't have any on here because my engagement is kind of low. So now I'm revamping a way to get my engagement high and to match kind of like the eyes and the reach that are going on my page. Same thing with Instagram. What's good for one platform may not be good for the other. So on this one, you can see my videos are more popular than just, you know, my pictures. Same kind of deal. Reels, carousel photos is when you have more than one photo on there, and other kinds of posts. And then same deal with engagement. So, you know, my engagement was lower my previous 90 days versus now my engagement is getting a little bit higher. More people are commenting, liking, and sharing my things. So keep in mind when you're looking at these two that what's good for one platform may not necessarily be good for the other. And then when you go on your content, it'll tell you the category. So it'll tell you if it's a story type, if it's on Instagram or Facebook, or if it's like a reel or something like that. And then it'll give you the reach, again, the likes, how many taps and things like that on there. Again, I'm going to use this one since we looked at it earlier. Ignore that. Wow. I love how they pick the cover. Let me go back to a different. And that's when I actually didn't actually share. I just posted it. Let's see if this one will do it. There it is. So it gives you performance rates, how many times you shared it, how many reactions you got from it, and then it grades you like on a scale if it's like bad or good for your reach. And then you know, your reaction, comments, and share grade. So really go in there, dive deep, see what is working for your page, so that way you can revamp your content and make it work for you, because it's cool and all to have high reach, but again, you want people engaging as well, because then that's going to keep up your retention, and so to speak. And if you want to specify versus like a specific post or type of post or a platform, you can go in here and change it as well. Now, messaging overview, we kind of looked at it a little bit earlier when we clicked on it, but it gives you the messaging performance, conversations started, if you're starting conversations, which is also, I guess, a good thing, which I didn't know, but I'm going to start doing now, is commenting and talking to people. And if they like my page, I'll directly, message them, say thank you or something like that. And if you do videos, guys, like, I didn't know this before, but you can actually start getting paid to do like reels and things like that. Once you get to a certain level, that's like an option of passive income if that's something that you're interested in. So highly recommend getting into doing reels or videos or anything like that. But it gives you a breakdown of analytics as well. Same kind of deal. Only the difference with this one is it goes by the minutes, not about how many people actually see it. So, this past week, I posted a lot more videos than I normally do. So it's going to have a spiky type of event or effect. It gives you like, how much your reach is based off of organic versus paid. So organic is just, free stuff. Paid, obviously you have to pay for that. If I posted it or if I shared it, the difference between my actual followers and my non-followers. So that's a little bit higher on my non-followers. And then if it's a live or a video. If you go down, it's going to give you your top performing videos. So how many minutes viewed or how many 1 minute videos. I don't do many 1 minute. That's a long time for me. Most of my videos are like 30 seconds. That's like my cap. Benchmarking, same kind of deal, comparing to other businesses that are similar to you or different pages that are similar to yours. It gives you a nice little graph here. You can see which videos it's comparing. And then you want to also check your audience for those as well. Again, gives you a nice little breakdown of what your audience is watching, what's working for you. Now, net followers pertains to people who are following you, like you get new followers, and then also it subtracts how many people unfollowed you as well. So even though I had some people that followed me, I did have some that unfollowed me as well, but it's still higher than the ones that unfollowed. And then loyalty is going to give you another breakdown. So this is why I love the videos tab, because it's like breakdown upon breakdown upon breakdown of how many people, your actual followers that are on your page. So you can see like, when I'm posting, what I'm posting, how many people are watching it, how many people who unfollowed. It gives you a nice little graph. So I know at what point they stopped following me and, what I posted to kind of, I won't say it's because I posted something, just so you can see where they fell off at. Returning viewers is going to be here, and engaged followers. I don't have enough analytics for this yet. So once I do, then that's going to be available to me. And retention is how long they're actually watching your videos for. So every video has like a fallout point. So for me, it's between 3 seconds and 15 seconds. Whatever I'm doing or whatever my videos are between this time, that's where people tend to fall off at. And I don't have very many 1 minute videos. So this is also going to be low because I don't have many that long anyway. If you want to see it in graph form, you can change it. And then if you want to look at it versus percentages, you can look at it that way. This is very easy for me to look, so I can keep it that way. And then if you have any earnings, you can do that as well. Now, through the MetaSuite, you can also plan your content out and schedule it up to 70 days in advance. This is probably my favorite tool in the Meta Business Suite because for those of you that know me, know I am a stay-at-home mom. So my time is limited. So right now I am able to plan my whole week out of content and I don't have to worry about it. It's going to post when I want it to post unless I change it or something changes. So you can look at it at a monthly view or a weekly. It's up to you. And you can directly go in here, hit schedule, and you can schedule a reel, story, or a post. Now, keep in mind, if you are scheduling mock bookings, that's perfectly fine. Just, this doesn't necessarily apply to me because I don't always put prices on my mock bookings, but if that's something that you do, then keep up to date with that so that way you know that you're posting current information when it's time for it to actually go out. Does this say National Ugly Day? Oh, I was about to say Facebook, what the hey? Oh, I was like, oh my goodness. Okay. Sorry, that was a sidetrack. But yeah, post things and schedule them out ahead of time. This is a helpful tool for those of you that work. You can post your stuff ahead of time. For those of you that, are going on vacation out in a certain week, you can keep your algorithms up. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule a post today. Most of the things that I schedule ahead of time are my events and my sports stuff, because typically with major sporting events, they don't necessarily switch the date unless it's very drastic. So I'm pretty safe with those. And I usually post them around noon or lunchtime for corporate America because it's easy for people to go on. They'll be on their lunch break searching up things and they can see a sports ticket and they're like, hey, Jeff, you want to go catch the game today? Or catch the game this week or whatever. Same kind of deal with like family type of events. Golden Tickets is really good about having, concerts for people. They also have family events. If you go to family, you could take the kids to Disney on Ice. That's something that I've been marketing a lot as well. The theater, people really love the theater. Lion King is going to be coming, Paw Patrol. So there's a lot of different ways you can market tickets and things with Golden Tickets versus just doing sports if you don't like sports or things like that much. So I'm gonna do my NBA tickets because even though football season is still going on, we're still very early into the basketball game as well. And how I choose my teams, I have a list of the top 25 teams by the fan. So most of the time, those fans are going to be getting their tickets ahead of time. So I start with number 1 and then I go down the list. So this week is the Houston Rockets. And you can choose to do this any kind of way. If you want to specify a certain game, if it's like a rival game that's going to be good, you can do that. For these, I typically keep it generic and do the whole season so they can go in, pick which game they want to go to. And if there's a game like that where I know it's going to be like a huge rival game, then I'll build a whole package around that actual rival game. I won't just, post the tickets for that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this link. Now, obviously, you guys see this link is very long and kind of ugly. So I shorten it with with Bitly. I like to use the link shortener. You get 50 free ones per month. So I'm gonna create this one. And I really like Bitly too because it gives you insights on how many times people are clicking on your links as well. So it's another way to keep track of your analytics. I'm gonna paste that here. I'm gonna call this Houston Rockets. Bam, link is created. I'm gonna copy this. I'll go to my Golden Tickets. I have all of my links on here that I've used. These are the ones I've posted. This is what I have scheduled currently. So I'm gonna insert a row above. Oops, I'll paste this here. Sorry guys, I'm losing my voice. And for those of you guys that are writing questions in the chat box, don't worry, I'm going to answer them at the end. If you hopped on late, I announced that in the beginning. So don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Well, PM. And I only do this to keep myself organized too, especially when you're scheduling all of these things. Or if you want to mark it again for like another game, like I know for the Disney on Ice tickets, I've probably used that same link for like 3 or 4 times. So you can also recycle those links as well. There we go. So, and then I'm also going to test it, make sure it goes to where I want to go. Perfect. Close that out. Oh, I already had this open. Huh, funny. All right. So I'm going to close that then. And I'm also going to go to this events because I have a pre-written message for everything. So I don't have to worry about coming up with new things all the time. Like I said, guys, I have very limited time. So all I did was click on the date and go to schedule post. I'm going to make it a point to schedule both Facebook and Instagram. And if I wanted to, this is why on my consistency workshops, I say join groups as your business, because you can also add up to 3 businesses or 3 groups as well that you can post onto. So if I wanted to post into these ones, I can post into 5 places at one given time. So highly recommend joining those groups as your Facebook business page. Obviously, I'm not going to do these ones because they're work from home, but that is an option for you to schedule out. And I'm going to put my text on here. It's game season. I'm gonna make basketball. Do-do-do. Oops. I should have known better. Copy. All right, I have my link pasted. And then I'm gonna change this because this is definitely not football. That would be embarrassing. People will be like, what is she talking about? Specify the team. You also want to, you know, kind of try to get the Houston Rockets fans. Try to highlight some of the things that people may be searching up. Basketball news, hashtag basketball. Basketball. I'll leave it at that. And then photos. So the cool thing about golden tickets as well, if you go on to the travel agent site and you scroll to the bottom, they have a social media library that has already pre-made photos with the logo and the teams and all that stuff on there. And as you can tell earlier, I was scheduling some major events already, but it has everything by category, the concerts. Now it's not going to have every single thing that's on golden tickets, but you can make a suggestion if there's something that you want, and they'll put it together for you. Save this. And the best part is next year, I already have all these pictures, so I can use it again. Houston. While that is loading, I'm gonna schedule it out. Again, I always do 12 p.m. lunchtime. Or you can look on here where it says active times. You can definitely click and see when it's going to be the most popular time to post it. I know some people do that as well, but I just choose to keep it at the same time. And now it's scheduled out. So now I have that scheduled, and then for the rest of the week, I'll do the rest of my little event tickets I do. Like Tuesdays are typically my family days, Wednesdays concerts, Thursday theater, Friday I do NCAA, and then Saturday and Sunday can be either the big sporting games or different sport like soccer or golf or a rodeo or something. Like I think a couple weeks ago I did the Monster Jam, like the monster trucks and stuff. So Saturday is very miscellaneous, and Sunday can be also one of those championship type of things. So have your schedule, whatever works for you, do that, and go ahead and start scheduling things out as well, because sometimes the day gets away from us. So it's a nice little refresher to know you have that backup as well. Now, all tools is going to be where you see everything on like a grander scale. Ooh, game streaming, that's cool. Didn't know that that was there, but that's there now. But you can see everything on here. And if you have this set up but you don't have your Instagram set up, all you would do is go to page settings, go to linked accounts, and it's going to link your Instagram, or it's going to prompt you to link your Instagram and all that stuff on there for you. So if that's something that you need to do, you can do that. If you have WhatsApp, then you can link that as well. All right, now I'm going to open it up to Q&A. Thank you so much for you guys attending this training today. If this was helpful, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll talk to you soon.